Hey everybody, it is Carla with Carla's Clever Crafts. I was coming on to my live for this evening and I was going to do Memorial Day. And I have two designs here. I want everybody to kind of vote and we'll decide which one that we're going to do. If you're watching on replay, I'm sorry that you won't get to vote, but maybe I'll do this on my page ahead of time next time so people can um, more people can vote, even people that aren't able to watch the actual live. I'm going to just wait until we get some people on here. Hey, thanks for joining me. Be sure to vote which one you want. Just tell me in the comments which one you want me to do tonight. This is a small wreath for a memorial. And then I did the vase with the roses. So we could do either one of them. And I'm going to give it just a few minutes because I did get on early. I'm going to give it a few minutes to give other people a chance to join. If nobody joins and nobody votes, I'll just pick and go. Hey everybody, if you're just joining me, I want everybody to pick. We're going to do a Memorial Day design tonight and just I want you guys to vote between the two that I have here. This one is a small wreath with mesh and flowers and an attachment. And then I have a bouquet in the little vase that comes with the stake. So let me know which one you would like for us to do tonight if you don't mind. Don't be shy. I got on a few minutes early, so I am giving it a few minutes for everybody to join in. And hopefully somebody will vote on which one they would like to see me do. I think I have a lot of shy people that watch my page. We'll give it like one more minute and then I'm just going to pick one and go if nobody doesn't vote. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let me know which one you would like to see me make. Okay, nobody's going to vote, so I think I'm just going to pick one. So I think I'm going to pick the easiest one, and I'm going to do this floral arrangement in this black vase. So we'll go ahead and move these supplies out of the way, and we'll get what we need to do this one. This one will probably be very quick. We're going to use different flowers, and it'll be made exactly the same way that I made this one. So we need our vase. And then I used two of these floral foams. I got these at the Dollar Tree. And I bought these in bulk and got them on Amazon. All right, we're gonna need this in a little bit, and we're gonna need some ribbon for our bow and our maker, which is just gonna be a little simple bow. Okay, and then this is the sign that I'm going to use. It is a dad, so we're going to make a dad arrangement. Okay, Okay, so this is the sign. It has the heart in the middle that says Dad, and then the angel wings. I think that's real cute. Okay, and then I need my knife, and that's what we need to get started. I also need my cutting board so that I don't put any more holes or cuts in my table than I already have. Okay, so this block was a little bit, I couldn't find the perfect size to fit in the frame. We have a gap here. So what I did to fix that for myself was I just cut about a 1/2 inch piece here with a knife. And this green foam, it cuts really, really easily, pretty clean. And then I just take that and I'm gonna put this all the way to the bottom. Now I'm gonna take this piece, let me hold it so I can get it where you guys can see. And I'm just gonna slide it down in beside it. I'm gonna turn it and slide it down in beside it and push it down. I'm gonna try to get that all the way down to the bottom. And I'm gonna do the same thing because I did use 2 of them. I'm going to turn on my hot glue because we'll need hot glue for this. And we're going to also need, I'm going to use my Rapid Fuse DAP. This cures completely in 30 minutes. You could use epoxy for this. Okay. I'm going to put this one the opposite way. I might not have trimmed enough off. Now, I'm going to trim a little bit more. I think I went crooked on it. I'm just going to keep shaving little pieces because I don't want to go too small. I want it to fit in there pretty snug. And it does get a little bit messy with the dust and stuff from it, so be warned of that. I'm just going to wipe that off. And then I'm going to take this, again, this little piece, and slide it right in the side. Once I make it fit. And I'm just going to force it down in there as well. Now you may not have to use that much foam. You could probably get away with this project with using less foam. I just wanted mine to be really snug and secure in there. You could put some glue underneath of it and maybe just use 1 block. I wanted to make mine extra secure, so I'm going to just go ahead and do it like that. Okay. Let me wipe this off and move this, and then we'll get to the next step. This is going to be a really fast project, you guys, that is really easy to do. This one does not take long at all. Okay, now that I've safely laid that over there. Okay, move that one over that way. Okay, so we are going to use, because we're doing Dad, I chose this blue and white bouquet of flowers that I got. And it has yellow and white leaves and berries mixed in. And then it has a lot of greenery. I got this off of Amazon as well. And I did get several, and this rose one is the same thing. It came all together like this, and I also got it on Amazon. So I don't need this to be this big, as you can see. Well, you can't see. It's much, much bigger than the vase, and I don't need it to be that big. So with the stem, I was able to just, I'm trying to remember which one I broke. I think this one. I was able to just keep working it back and forth. Yeah, that's the wrong one. So I did the third one down. There's like 3 notches in it. And you just have to keep working it. You could use wire cutters, probably make it faster. But I found that I could do it this way. And if somebody doesn't have wire cutters, then this will work for them. You just keep working it back and forth and twisting it, and it'll come right off. Okay, so we're going to need those. I'm going to take the end of this and I'm just going to start a hole here, right? Kind of getting it in the center as much as I can. Okay, and the reason I do that is because I want to pour my rapid fuse DAP inside of the hole. And I'm just adding this to give it, because it's a permanent hold and works well on lots of different materials. So that's why I'm using this. I'm also going to use some hot glue in addition. Okay, we'll set that to the side. Let's see if the hot glue gun is ready. Yeah, I think it is. So now I'm going to just squirt some glue right in the hole there. I did a little extra. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this again, put it right down in that hole. And this part can be a little bit hard because you're putting so much, you're basically putting the entire arrangement in at one time. So you just got to push really hard. Till you get up to the point that you want. I think I need to go just a little bit further. I'm trying not to tear up the roses as I do it. There we go. Okay. And then I just went through and pulled my greenery out. You know, just the greenery around the bottom here, the leaves. And then I'm just going to start pulling my roses out and kind of positioning them how I want them, leaving the tallest ones up at the top here. And I'm going to work around the whole thing, just pulling them out. I thought these bouquets were magnificent for this because it comes, you know, pretty much ready for you to put in here and secure it. And you can add whatever kind of embellishments you want, little stuffed animals or, you know, whatever you want to represent your loved one or your customer's loved one. Okay. So I'm going to try to turn it this way. Here's what we have so far. Okay, so what I'm going to do when I look in right here, that's where I have the most opening. So that's where I'm going to put my sign, the dad sign. And to do that, I hope you guys, it's so tall you guys can't see. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to use some glue the same way that I did with the bouquet. And I'm just going to poke it right down inside the foam here in the front, right in front of the stem of the bouquet, and do the same process. So I'm going to make a little hole. Use my dab. Just squeeze a little bit. I don't put a whole lot. Oh, and I forgot to get a different ribbon color. You guys, I have red here because that's what I used last. And then put a little squirt of hot glue, and I'm going to go ahead and turn my glue gun off because that's really hot. And now we're just going to take the sign and do like we did with the flowers and push it right down in there as far as we want it. Okay, and then I'm going to, let me play it around. Oh, I got it a little bit crooked, you guys, so I have to try to straighten it. Okay, there we go. I didn't have that issue with the last one. It was smaller at the base, so I think that made it easier. And then I'm just going to pull some of these around to the front. Make sure it looks the way that I like it. Okay, I think that's cute. Okay. And remember, you're going to have the stake to put on the bottom that's going to secure it in the ground. Okay, so then I just take it and turn it and look all the way around, and I see I need to do some adjustments of my flowers to spread them out nice and make it a full bouquet. Okay, I like the way that looks. So I spin it around and just keep looking from all angles. And see how quick and easy that is? I actually want one of these roses moved over right above the word dad there. Okay, so there we have so far. And then I'm going to attach a bow that goes around here and kind of hides the stem here. And I'm going to jump up real quick and grab the blue ribbon because we can't use red. Okay. And I just made a really simple 2-loop bow. I did use my bow maker because I always do use that. So I'm using M's Bow and Go, but I'm only using 2 of the rods. It does come with more. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to dovetail my first end here. And then I'm going to just make my tail because this is a rather small arrangement and vase. So we don't need anything real long or extravagant. So I'm going to do 6 inches and just twist it in the middle. And then we're just going to simply do 4 little loops on each side. I'm sorry, 4-inch loops on each side. And then I'm going to cut the tail again at 6 inches so that they will be the same. Pull both of my tails down and just push this down in the middle. And then to do this, I'm going to use wire. When I make my wreaths, I use pipe cleaners and zip ties. But for this, I'm going to use wire, and I'll show you why in just a second. So I'll show you how I attach the bow. This wire is a hot mess. Oh, look how lucky that was. Okay, so probably just need a small piece. Probably cutting this around 6 or 8 inches, and that's probably even more than we need. And this is 26 gauge wire that I used. I'm just going to feed it down through here. I think you probably could use a heavier gauge, or if that's what you have on hand. Okay, now I'm just going to twist this in the back to twist it in towards the ribbon so I can make that real tight. Okay, we're going to use these wires. Let me trim this. It looks like I got my tail, this one a little shorter than the first one. I might have to even those up. Yeah, I missed measuring somehow. But that's okay, it'll still be plenty long. Okay. Now we're going to take it with the wires, and you can do this. I have these little, they're picks, and I posted a picture on my Facebook page the other day because I didn't know what they were. Someone told me these are actually used in floral arrangements, but mostly I think they're used in edible floral arrangements. But I'm going to use it to attach my bow. So what I'm going to do is it's got these little, I don't know if you can see, like these little notches on it. I'm going to tie above that notch so that my bow doesn't slide down. Actually, I'm going to tie it. There's 2 notches. I'm going to tie above the second one. And then I'm going to snip that top off when I'm done. So I'm just going to twist the wire around it, and I'm going to twist it very tightly just to get it on there as tight as I can. So you can see you don't need a very big piece of wire to do this because you're just attaching it to this little plastic piece. You can, I've done it before, you can use skewers, wooden skewers to do this as well. Okay, so I'm going to trim a little bit off because I did get too much. And then I'm just going to take the end of my wire here. I'm going to hold my bow and just twist this around the stem. Okay, so now we have this little pick with like a point on it to use to put it in our arrangement. First, before I do that though, I'm going to go ahead and snip this off at the top. And I'm just using a little pair of pliers to do that. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the same process that I did with the other two things we stuck in here. I'm just going to put me a little hole. I don't think I need the permanent glue for this. It's so lightweight. I'm just going to use a little hot glue. And then I'm just going to poke my stem down in there. And then all we have to do is arrange our little loops on our bow. And that is it. That is how I made that other little arrangement. Does anybody have any questions? What do you guys think? Does that seem like a quick, easy project? And really pretty, I think. Okay, well, guys, I really appreciate you joining me and watching, and hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And I'll be back again tomorrow evening to do probably another Memorial Day project. I'm going to probably work on those several days this week. So I'll see you then. You guys have a good night.